We're back in for the lightning round now. I love it. Cool. So these are just 10 fun little questions sent in by the listeners. Everyone knows you have not seen these before. Okay. So just first things that come to your head.
All right.
All right. Let's do it.
I'm not good at these things.
No problem. No problem. If you could take a time machine to any year, forward or back, what year would you go to and why?
Oh my. Any year, forward or back? I don't know. Right now is good.
Right now, listen, you keep your time machine. I'm fine right here. That's so funny. Okay, cool. So this kind of takes you back or stuff like that. Piece that, so this was like for your performing days or stuff, or it can even be now that you've seen as a director and stuff, piece you see done the most or that you've done the most at auditions.
Piece, it's, Romeo and Juliet.
Those just to here we go.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, and I often will say to people, it's to young people who are doing auditions, I say, you can do it. Yeah. Just make sure it's the best, because I'm going to see 7 or 8 more people doing that exact same monologue. So,
totally. Yeah. Well, it's the classic thing in musical theater is the same way. If someone comes in, they're like, I'm going to sing Defying Gravity. And you're like, well, are you? Like, why? Cool. Yeah. So piece of content. So this could be a book or a movie or a play or a podcast that you have recommended the most to people.
Oh, probably the Wind Up Bird Chronicle, Haruki Murakami.
This is the fantasy writer? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably my favorite novel.
Love it. Yeah. Cool. So if you could be in virtuoso on any instrument, what instrument would it be?
Oh, instrument. Maybe the banjo.
Cool. Yeah. The band did not expect that.
Yeah, I like the banjo as an instrument. I don't know why, but it appeals to me.
It's like the electric guitar of the folk world.
Yeah. That's right.
Very, very cool. Did you play banjo or did you?
I never played banjo, but I just really appreciate the banjo. I went and saw a band called the Dead South not too long ago, and there's a lot of banjo, and it's fast and it's just so impressive. I don't know.
When it gets going, I love that.
It's not an impressive sounding instrument, but it's an impressive instrument to see somebody play it.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a showy one. And they're gorgeous. Like a beautiful banjo. Yeah. Totally. What are the first lyrics that come to your head? 1, 2, 3, go.
The first lyrics. This is funny. There was a movie way back, probably an 80s movie called Colors. It starred Sean Penn as a cop, and there's a Ice-T song. I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, and it's
amazing.
It's this weird song that comes into my head all the time. I can say the whole song.
You've got it.
Yeah, I think I used to fall asleep to it when I was a kid, so it's just like burned into my brain.
You were the first person to ever do Ice-T on this podcast, so that is great.
I don't even listen to Ice-T, but
exactly.
that song.
That one. Yeah. If you could put on any show anywhere, so it's unlimited budget, unlimited space, what show would you put on and where?
Ooh, that's a good question. Where?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I saw years ago a production of a show called When the Rain Stops Falling by Andrew Bovell. It was Peter Hinton directed it. And I think it's probably one of the most brilliant pieces of theater I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
I would love to take a crack at that show, even though I kind of at the time went, oh, well, now I guess I never have to do that show because there it is. So that's one. Yeah, I don't know. There's a strange show called Theater of Blood, which is based on an old Vincent Price B movie about a Shakespearean actor who lures all his critics to theater and proceeds to kill them off one by one. And I would love to do that in some broken down old, venue.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That'd be sweet.
I got a million of them.
I'm into that. Yeah, exactly. If you couldn't be, and I think this is cool with the kind of things we've talked about and stuff, if you couldn't be in theater anymore in any aspect, what's another career you would dive into?
I'm a real... There's something about sustainability of our food sources. Yeah. I think that's going to be one of the major crises that we're heading towards, and the idea that urban farming might be how we save ourselves.
Yeah.
I've always kind of thought that if I ever left, I come from farming stock way back, and I have I love food, and I think the idea of a sustainable urban farm that feeds its community and lowers the carbon footprint of the transporting food is huge.
Yeah, I love that. That's super. I've always kind of had that thought of like when I'm a homeowner, like having something in the back or for sure.
Even like the idea of being like a green grocer or somebody that's sort of connected and can help think about the sustainability of our food systems in a holistic way would be really interesting.
I might be reaching, but it's kind of paralleling. It's like we want a community garden, but in theater as well. So we can
totally. Yeah. Well, we need a guild hall. I always say we need some sort of guild hall that actually takes the community into perspective and trains and gives a place to gather and all those kinds of things.
Yeah, that totally. Favorite childhood story or nursery rhyme?
Favorite childhood story or nursery rhyme? I like The Giving Tree. Do you know that?
Shel Silverstein.
I still cry every time I read that.
Yeah.
I remember reading it to my daughter when we got it, and she was maybe a little young, but I read it to her, and I started crying, and she started crying, and my wife started crying.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
The two that'll always get me is The Giving Tree and I Love You Forever. Those are the two books that I start them, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Yeah. What is one thing you bring with you everywhere you travel?
One thing I bring with me everywhere I travel? Laptop.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Are you more a laptop person than an iPad kind of like vibe?
Yeah, the iPads are.
Not for you.
No, my kids are iPad kids,
totally.
But the laptop for me, I can't. I feel like I can work.
Yeah, I'm working when there's a keyboard.
Even the weird little keyboards on the iPads, it's like,
not for me. I'll be a laptop person, always, definitely. And then the last one, what is one accomplishment you would like to achieve in the next year?
In the next year?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Well, I want to get the 2021 season 3 that I have.
Amazing. That's probably a good call.
We're getting there, but it's huge. So if we can manage to get this season in place, I'll be a really happy guy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good transition. I'll just pause that and we'll kind of finish up with next steps for Vertigo.